Meditation and Spiritual Life, Swami Yatiswarananda. The true goal. Never weaken the mind through anything like self pity or useless regret. If we can face our worst emotions and desires and still remain poised, uh, if we don't face, if we are in a denial state and camouflage a poise, even to ourselves, that's a separate ball game. But if we are genuine seekers of spiritual growth, then when we face our worst emotions and desires honestly and still remain poised, means I'm not hating myself or overtly attached to the emotions, we can make a new start. It's a new journey. Do something creative and positive with energy. Brooding over the past is a disease which every spiritual seeker must cure within himself. This is a powerful sadhana. Stop brooding over spilt milk. Brooding over the past is a disease which every spiritual seeker must cure within himself as soon as its symptoms appear. We must disentangle ourselves from untrue and impure thoughts and emotions before we can even begin to apply our minds to meditation. Because if we have impure thoughts and emotions and untrue things, when we meditate, all those negative amplifies, gets a very strong hold, and we get lost. Next, we must pray and practice japa leading to meditation. This is not to indulge in parrot-like repetition of the deity's name without emotion, without focus, without passion. Parrot-like repetition of deity's name, walking, talking, eating, looking, and just repeating name, that is what the author is telling. We must not indulge in such things. If we are sincere, if in one hand we want bhoga, in another hand you want yoga, if that is your goal, then we can do. But a genuine seeker of spiritual progress, intense yearning, if it is there, then we must not indulge in such things. We must not indulge in parrot-like repetition of the deity's name, but there must be constant awareness of the meaning of the holy words filling the mind. Prayer and japa, when methodically practiced, create a new harmony which purifies our thinking, feeling, and willing. A great step toward true meditation. Listen to the words of our master, Swami Brahmananda. Swami Brahmananda, Yatiswarananda Ji Maharaj's Guru, Diksha Guru. The easiest way to purify and steady the mind is to retire into solitude, control all cravings, and engage yourself in contemplation and meditation. The more you occupy the mind with holy thoughts, the greater will be your spiritual unfoldment. So these are steps, these are protections. So what is it? easiest way to purify and steady the mind both at the same time is to retire into solitude. But that is also not easily possible. You go into solitude and you start doing so many things in the mind. No. Steady the mind. To steady the mind, you must have preparations, initial preparations of being moral, ethical, physically healthy, fit, strong. Then, when you go into solitude, because just now above it is told, we must not apply our minds into meditation when the mind is full of impure thoughts and emotions. So, retiring into solitude also requires preliminary conditions. Then, a solitude will actually act as a catalyst to control the mind, to steady the mind, control cravings. But then, minuses we are doing. What is the positive thing? The addition has to be, with such a mind, you have to engage yourself in contemplation and meditation. You are removing all the trash, but fill it with something good. The more you occupy the mind with holy thoughts, the greater will be your spiritual unfoldment. Just as a cow yields much milk when it is well fed, so when the mind is fed with spiritual food, it will yield greater tranquility. Spiritual food consists of meditation, prayer, contemplation, and japan. Another way to steady the mind is to let it wander, but to keep a steady watch over its wanderings. After a while, the mind itself becomes tired and comes back to find peace in God. If you watch your mind will in turn keep watch over you. Then the mind becomes the guide, the guru. A pure mind is the guru. Your intuitions guide you to the right path. And now it is up to us to follow that mind or not to follow. So that is also a constant struggle. So eternal vigilance is the price we must pay. But this sort of egocentric meditation alone is not sufficient. Is the beginning, no doubt. What is this egocentric? Oh, I am purifying my mind. I am controlling my cravings. Full of ego. Positive ego, but ego is ego. I am contemplating on higher thoughts. I am contemplating on being selfless. I am removing my selfish thoughts. Ego is ego. This sort of egocentric meditation alone is not sufficient. You will not reach the highest potentials, highest capabilities, the divine state with this egocentric beginning. It won't. It's not sufficient. We have to transcend that. So, as we meditate on the Supreme Spirit, we must also wholeheartedly surrender this ego. God, you take control. I will transform into you. So, continuous practice of meditation reveals an inner light, an intuitive power. Yes, coupled with egocentric most of the times, but those sparks is the thing to be focused on. The next step, by which the soul begins to recognize its contact with the oversoul, in which it remains absorbed. If it is absorbed every moment, it is samadhi. But they are generally, but the common sadhakas tendency generally is limited. At a time, the light, the intuition comes. Then the divine ecstasy which results from the samadhi, which results, transforms the soul completely. When the God man comes down from the heights of divine realization, samadhi, he brings with him a new vision and sees the Supreme Spirit in himself and in all things. It's like the vessel which was made of copper. We needed to polish it daily so that the shine remains. Once it realizes, it turns into gold. Then you need not polish it regularly. It's transformed. It shines naturally. His mind is at peace, unshaken by misery or success. Free from fear, attachment or anger. His heart remains filled with love and compassion for all beings. He has realized a new peace based on the unfailing foundation of divine consciousness and is not touched by anything in the world, but longs to share this peace and bliss with others.